Hi, so I'm going to talk about question two, one specific time that I dealt with plagiarism. And there have been several times, unfortunately, but in this article, the Soden article, he talks about some interesting ideas, like maybe what we see as plagiarism is really just cultural, and hopefully one day we'll get to a place where we can help students incorporate their style of discourse with our style of discourse, and I hope that's true. My experiences with plagiarism have been less lofty and more blatant. Professor Grisham talked in her lecture about how it's pretty obvious you can spot plagiarism because there's writing that just doesn't fit, and that's been my experience too. I once had a student turn in an entire essay that very quickly came up on Google when I entered one sentence, and I also had a student who was really advanced, maybe the most advanced student I've taught, and he plagiarized one time, and even for him, for someone with really, really high proficiency, it was obvious, like, someone who is a native speaker doesn't write like someone, usually, in my experience, who has learned English as a second language. But the one incident I wanted to talk about specifically was with a Chinese student, and it was pretty clear that he had plagiarized. His intro paragraph looked really different, and again, the ideas didn't fit, which was something else that Professor Grisham talked about. The ideas didn't fit, and also the language was just, it was too good, but it was really choppy, so it was like very good beginning of a sentence and then not good end of a sentence. And so when I Googled it, I found this website. It was a Chinese website, and it was basically sentence starters and kind of fill in the blank sentences. So, here's like a really, grammatically perfect sentence starter. It is my contention that when comparing these two items, we should consider, and then blank for the student to fill in. So I showed him the website, and he was surprised. He was like, yes, I use this website. Like, he didn't even seem to understand why it was a problem. And so I explained that, why it was a problem and why it was plagiarism, and that we don't do that. And he was like, but my teacher said it was okay. My teacher told me about this website. So I thought that was really interesting, that he was being encouraged to use like ready-made sentences and just kind of fill in one or two words. The problem was after I told him that he couldn't do it and I explained why he did it again. So that was a bit frustrating. But I do think that, so whenever I see plagiarism, I am almost insulted. And I think going forward, I need to be less insulted and just see it as hopefully something more like a clash of cultural conventions for writing, and not a student trying to pull one over on me. I really like this article. Thanks.